여러분, 안녕하십니까? 안녕하세요. My name is Sekabembe Solomon Mutimba. I am from Uganda, studying in Korea for 17 months, and I've taken international agriculture, economic and policy as a master course, and we recently graduated. Had a good life in Korea, and though it has been a busy life with studies, with research, with field visits, and all this courtesy of KOICA and Korean government. I have enjoyed a lot in Korea, but one thing I remember was about the field trip when we went to Jogori village. We experienced a rural survey and practice where we went to learn from Korean experience to get to know how the Koreans developed their communities. I really liked the model of work, the cooperation, the diligence of the Korean people. Jogori village is one of the self-help village whereby the community members have come out to develop themselves with the help of the government of Korea. This was a very good experience because they have an enterprise which they are doing, we found out that they grow ginseng crop, which is an economic activity where they generate income. But these farmers work together and they have really worked hard to develop their village to a self-help village. And right now, we were told it is now a model village in Korea. It was a good experience. And to me, I think this was very important for me because back to my country where I come from, most people are poor, but they are living in isolation. They're not working together. So I think this is a lesson, this is an experience I learned from Korea, which I look forward to take back to my country, to encourage the people, the rural communities, to work together with an activity which can increase their income. For example, in Uganda, we are coffee farmers, but the farmers who are smallholders, they work in isolation. They are not cooperating. I think if they can form groups, I think if they can go forward to form cooperatives in each and every coffee producing village, these farmers will improve their livelihood. They will have the capacity to bargain together for better prices for coffee. They will have the capacity to store their coffee, and they will have the capacity to save as a group, as a cooperative. So this was very good. Another thing which I learned from this program is about how Korea has managed to develop their technology, how they have developed technologically. They have almost enhanced technology in each and every sector. For example, the agriculture sector, when we talk of irrigation, almost each and every farm, however small it may be, it has an irrigation system. The government has worked so hard to make sure that they extend water to each and every farm. And to my surprise, these farms are not big. They are very small, less than an hectare. Some of them even less than a half hectare. But they have the irrigation system, the irrigation technology. And it is really helping the farmers. They can grow crops throughout the year, which I think is very important for developing countries like Uganda. Because we have abundance of fresh water from Lake Victoria, Albert, and even underground water. To my surprise, in Korea, they have to recycle. They have to clean their water to be able to irrigate. But in Uganda, the water is safe. It is fresh. Right away from the lake, you irrigate straight away. So I think irrigation technology will help our farmers to increase productivity. Even during drought, they can grow. So this was a very good experience. And another thing which I remember about, because we had a lot of class, but also we had a lot of field visits, which really contributed to enlighten me. Because as they say, seeing is believing. So practically, I remember we visited Pyongyang ICT Center, and another place whereby the government has come up to help the farmers with the machinery. The government has procured machinery for the farmers. For example, tractors, with all the implements, and these farmers can hire at a relatively cheaper price. When you produce with a low cost, you expect to have a bigger margin. So I think this is a good initiative, and we, the developing countries, especially Uganda, we shall copy from this, and we see the future bright for our country. We see ourselves transforming from poor countries to middle income status. Before coming to Korea, I was working with the Ministry of Agriculture, specifically at National Farmers Leadership Center. National Farmers Leadership Center is found in central Uganda, in Impigi district, Kampilingsa village, and it is an initiative of His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of Uganda, with the help of the Korean government. And the center was specifically set up to change or to improve the mindsets of the farmers in Uganda. Most farmers in Uganda are subsistence farmers, and the government believes if these farmers can transform from subsistence to commercial farming, then the government economy can be transformed. Because in Uganda we have all what it takes, but the mindset of commercial producing to earn some money is lacking, because most people concentrate on growing crops for food and they sell the balance. So we believe if the farmers can change their mindsets to expand their production areas, to harness, to appreciate technologies in the way how they produce, then we believe production or productivity can increase. So the center demonstrates good production methods. It demonstrates good technology, and at almost a free cost, with the help of the Korean government through KOICA projects in Uganda. So with this program and with what I've learned from Korea, I believe I will contribute a lot to the transformation of my country, to the transformation of the farmers in Uganda, because I directly engage in training of the farmers. So with the component of economics, agriculture economics, in our country we call it produce with some economic or some accounts, some kind of calculations. You don't just produce, you do some cost benefit analysis. So in my country, locally we call it echibalo. So you first do some estimates before you produce, which is lacking with the Ugandans, and most of them also they don't keep records of their farm. So with this good program, good with the masters I've acquired from Kangwon National University in Korea, I'll be able to improve the knowledge, the farmers, as far as farming, as far as agribusiness is concerned. I plan to go back to my country, and I also plan to resume work, because this is a service which I took to make sure that I serve Ugandans in my capacity with my knowledge, to make sure that farmers can be trained on good farm management practices, to make sure that farmers can be trained on how to improve their mindset as far as cultural production is concerned, as far as managing culture as a business. So this experience has been good, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank the government of Korea, specifically KOICA. I also take this opportunity to thank my university, Kangwon National University, especially the department of KNU-KOICA SP program, for giving me this opportunity, especially Professor Yo Jang-shin. I thank you for being a good teacher, and I thank you for being a good father. For all this time we have spent at KNU, you have really taken care of us, and personally, I appreciate. And on a special note, I want to thank you, because you've been my immediate supervisor, and I promise I'll not let you down. I'll not let down KOICA. Immediately I go back to my country, I'll start right away to share my experience, to train the farmers in Uganda in order so that they can improve their livelihood, so that Uganda can develop. I also participate physically with my fellow staff to share the knowledge and experience I have acquired in Korea. Lastly, I would like to thank the government of Uganda, because if they had not accepted, if they had not given me permission to come to study in Korea, it wouldn't have happened. I thank the government of Uganda for this opportunity, and also thank my immediate boss, Mr. Okwaja John Bosco, the principal of National Farmers Leadership Center, for the advice and for endorsing and for giving me permission to come and study. Thank you very much for God and my country.